Yo, what's up guys? Universal Mastery. So what I do on my channel is I take the occult sciences, I break them down to a practical level so that you can use them in your day-to-day life and get real, actual results. So what I'm going to be talking about in today's video is what is the importance of doing invocations daily. Stay tuned. Okay, so the first thing I want to say is go and check out the Patreon. Okay, my Patreon has an exclusive video that's going to be uploaded weekly that will not be on my YouTube channel. And I already have a very important and powerful video that's on there as of right now, and some other ones. But the one that's up there that's very specific and important is how to actually do an invocation. So I have a video where I literally break it down step by step of me doing an invocation. I tell you exactly what you need and how to do it. Okay, so go check that out. In order to gain access to the exclusive video weekly, it is going to be $9.95 a month, which literally comes out to less than $1 a day. Okay, and you're going to gain access to conversate with me whenever you want about the occult. So definitely go check that out. The link for that is going to be the first link in the description, and I want to give a special shout out to the top tier members already. Their names are going to be right below the link. Okay, so going right into it. So the reason why it is so important and essential to do invocations daily is because it's going to give you, it can prepare you for the workings, for the life circumstances, for the understandings, for the knowings, for the certain states of mind that you're going to be going into. It can literally prepare you and mold you and move you in the direction that you're supposed to be moving. So this is what I'm getting at. So we have, I'm going to use some examples. We have like demons, for example, and then we have angels, then we have deities. So we have some of the strongest forces of nature. There is hierarchies to it. Okay, so when we're talking about demons and we're working with demons, we're working more in the governance of the earth sphere, the physical plane, essentially the earth, things that are correlated to earth. So when it comes to philosophy, when it comes to, you know, heightening your intelligence, when it comes to, you know, learning about psychology, things to do here on earth, which are very important, absolutely. When we're working with some of the higher forces, sometimes these forces are so, they get so high, it's so powerful that it's almost blinding to our perception. So when it comes to working with a demon or an angel, typically you can put form to it. But then when you start to go up the scale, it gets a little more confusing. And it starts to become a little bit formless. And it's hard to understand unless you have a solid knowing or knowledge. Some people are naturally gifted and they can understand that stuff very quickly. But then there's other people that if they were to go straight up to the top of the hierarchy and work with the most powerful spiritual beings, they're going to be extremely lost and very well could get some issues from that, get some backlash because they don't know the force that they're working with. It's formless. How can you, some of these forces are so powerful that they are not even meant to be fully understood. And that's part of the understanding. Do you get what I'm saying there? It's like part of the understanding is realizing that this is a force that's formless, but it's so powerful and so unique that you actually start to realize that it's so beyond what the ego can even comprehend. And that's the nature of that force. That's that primordial essence of the beginning of, you know, you could say mankind. You can sense that there's something so far and ancient to some of these forces, and they're just so far and so ancient that you can't put any form to it. So the reason why it's important to start with daily invocations of, and I'm gonna get a little bit more specific here. Let's say with demons and angels, let's start there, rather than going to the most powerful deities that there possibly is, unless that there is a specific powerful deity that's very well known that you can go to and learn some very important things. For example, Lucifer is one of those deities. That was one of the deities that I went to personally when I first started. It wasn't the first. I started with a demonic king, as I'm sharing with you guys. I'm sharing my actual experience, and I'm sharing what I did, and I'm sharing what worked for me and what's going to universally work for most people. I went to a demon first, and that demon brought me directly to Lucifer. And Lucifer was a great teacher for me. He literally taught me how to do. He taught me how to imagine, and he taught me the state of mind that I needed to be in when I was doing any form of spell work or when I was doing any form of ritual, and then essentially led me down a path that helped me improve every aspect of myself. And I'm still on that path right now. So I'm sharing with you guys, like, what I'm telling you guys to do, I've done myself. Okay, so the reason, so there are some very powerful spirits that are willing to be great teachers. But obviously, if you're new to this and you're just starting and you don't have too much of a knowledge of, who you're going to go to and whatever, a great place to start is either start with the demons. I would definitely recommend that any one of the 72 Goetic demons, Ars Goetic demons, and I have videos of all of them, or not all of them, but I'm going to have videos of all of them. I have videos of some of them right now. Definitely look into that. Look into working with one of them, because once again, they're going to give you a solid foundational understanding of what the occult truly is and what it really is about. And once again, they can teach you philosophy, they teach you psychology, they teach you about the mental plane, they teach you how to manifest things physically. And there is a principle that's known in the occult, and what that principle is in order to get to higher planes of understanding and become a really powerful magician or an adept, what you first are going to literally, and this is just a principle, what you first are going to have to do, whether you want to agree with me or not, is you're going to have to manifest things on the physical plane here now, and essentially become a master of your physical plane to some extent. So what I mean by that is you're going to have to do some rituals, you're going to have to do some spell workings, you're going to have to do some magic. What is magic? Magic is really, honestly, it is psychology. It's using your imagination and your state of mind, your mindset, to literally create the reality around you. When you start to realize how powerful your mind is and you start to apply it and you start to literally create a life that you want to live in the physical plane, that is the first foundational step. Realizing that you can literally do whatever it is that you truly want to do, and you have that power within your mind and within yourself. But that also, the real deeper spiritual knowledge is this deep-seated knowing, okay, that we all carry in us. So even though you may be able to manifest everything physically, there still may be somewhat of a void that is inside of you. And in order to really understand what the roots of that void is, you're going to have to travel into the abyss, which is also known as traveling into hell, and then coming back with a brand new perspective on life, and a lot more powerful even once you've been through the experience. And then you can share your experiences. You just become this person that wants to help others become more balanced in their day-to-day life, and you want to empower other people to maybe go down that journey as well, if that's what they truly are seeking to do. So that's why it's so important to do invocations daily. Now, obviously, I'm gearing this video towards people that are more new, but if you are more experienced, then take this advice as well. I'm not saying that you have to do daily invocations of just demons or just angels or whatever it is. Whatever you're feeling more drawn to. If you're new, then obviously what I'm saying is start with the demons, okay? Because they're so geared towards psychology. They're so geared towards prepping you for real workings. Okay, they're geared towards improving you, improving yourself. So that is a great place to start, and you would want to start by doing a daily invocation of a specific demon until you get a solid understanding of what it's like working with that being, what it's going to teach you. You're going to see like how that being starts to literally guide you to the next steps that you need to take, and starts to improve areas and aspects of your life that you may have been blinded to beforehand. And then another common thing is sometimes those demons, those Ars Goetic demons, are directly going to connect you to much more, you could say, much more powerful spirits that are higher up in the hierarchies, which is what happened in my case. I started with a demon by the name of Balaam, and he's a demonic king, and literally I worked with him one night. It was the first time I ever worked with a demon in my life. And I swear on everything, the next day he guided me to working with Lucifer, like very clearly, very, very step by step. Like I could sense it, like this is exactly what I need to do. And that's what I did. And then from there, Lucifer kind of took me under his wing, and then Lucifer connected me to Belial, and then Belial Lucifer actually connected me to Lilith first, and then Lilith and Lucifer connected me to Belial. And that's a whole trilogy within itself. Those deities right there, but I'm not going to go into that here. But what I'm saying is, if you already have a connection with a higher spirit, if you're already adept with that, if you already feel like you can understand the teachings that those spirits want to give you, then by all means, take a spirit that you feel drawn towards working with. Take a spirit that you can spend time with, daily time, and set out a certain amount of days. That's essentially what path working is. When you take a certain amount of time out of your life and you dedicate it towards working with a specific deity, spirit, entity, demon, or angel, whatever it is. Do that daily, because I'm telling you the benefits that you're going to get out of it. One, it's a form of meditation. Two, just like when it comes to the White Lodge, if you guys are familiar with the White Lodge, what they do daily is they do the lesser, what they should be doing daily, if they're actually doing what they're supposed to be doing, is performing the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram. And basically what that is that's an invocation of 4 very important and powerful archangels, and it's also an invocation of the elements and specific deities that have governance over those elements. So what they're doing, what the whole process itself is doing is, one, there's so many things that are going on, but it's strengthening the imagination. It's making it, through repetition and through consistency, you're becoming better at doing your ritual, your lesser banishing ritual, which is essentially setting the stage for any other magic that you're trying to perform, because you're presencing a whole bunch of powerful and potent energy. And it's increasing your aura. It's literally strengthening that energetic glow that you see around your body. So if you can see a glow around my body, if you can tune into it and you see like a little bit of a glow, that's from all the invocations that I'm doing. So that's from the White Lodge's perspective of high magic. That's what they do. Okay, that is their way of doing that. Now, from someone that performs black magic, I don't necessarily need to do it step by step the way they do it, and if I make a mistake, then I need to start over or whatever. I don't view things that way. That works for some people. That's okay if that's you. I'm not bashing on it, but I'm the kind of person that I do magic based off of, one's obviously my knowledge. Like, I have no issues with doing the lesser banishing ritual or doing something similar to it. I definitely see the value in it. I see that it's very important and fundamental for sure. But I also realize that I am a very powerful being in my own right. And when I want to work with a being, I don't have to follow a bunch of rules in order to work with that being, as long as I approach that being knowing the power that being has to offer and knowing what kind of being that truly is. And as long as I approach it with that respect, knowing that I'm coming to this being trying to learn something very authentically, very honestly, so that I can improve myself, so that I can improve, the world around me. I mean, the truth is like, we all have a purpose of bringing some sort of balance to Earth. So if I'm approaching these beings like that, and I'm not doing, I don't need to take the wand in my right hand only, because if it's my left hand, then, that means something wrong. Yes, you can make it mean something wrong if that's how you're approaching it. but this is one of the arts of being a black magician. I don't have to do the lesser banishing ritual to have potent magical results. I can literally channel any spirit that I want, and then through channeling that spirit, that alone is presencing enough, you could say, potent, thick energy to manifest something that I want to manifest. Now, if I want, I can add in my own traditional aspects with a bunch of other symbolism to further increase that potency, if that's my intention. And I definitely will do that, and I do that, and I think that's got its benefits. But I hope you get I hope you understand what I'm saying. Being a black magician is a lot more free. Okay, that's one of the important aspects of what it is being a black magician. It doesn't mean that we just like destroying people. It doesn't mean that we just like hurting, like causing an imbalance in life itself. No, it has nothing to do with that. It's a much deeper understanding, and it's a much more free approach. It's a much more essentially authentic approach. Kind of very similar to Game of Thrones. Like, you have Jon Snow. He's not on like literally like any side really. He's kind of like it's you know, he kind of bounces back and forth. You know what I mean? But he's bouncing back and forth because he sees the purpose in what he's doing, and it always works out for him because, you know, he's got a purpose. He's doing it because he sees the bigger picture. It's not about sides. It's not about the duality. It's about doing what you need to do. It's about bringing the balance that needs to be brought. So that's that. This is the importance of doing invocations daily. It's going to strengthen your aura. Okay, it's going to make that glow around you much more powerful. What does that come with? That comes with heightened psychic senses. That comes with more protection in your life, in your daily life. It comes with more clarity of mind, all those things. And it builds your relationship with these spirits so that they can do work in your life more effectively, because they're going to work in your life even more effectively if you're working with them, if you're building a connection to that spirit, letting that spirit know who you are, what you're trying to create for yourself, and you're showing like that you're serious about what you're doing, and that if you're actually trying to build a relationship and a connection with a specific type of spirit, then you're using your own power to set that spirit out to help you manifest what it is that you're trying to manifest. Okay, so that's where I'm going to leave it out in this video. I hope this could offer you some value. Definitely hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, because I post videos as often as I can. And once again, if you want to gain access to a video that will literally teach you how to do an invocation, step-by-step breakdown in video format of me, it is in my Patreon. You have to be a tier 2 or up to gain access to that video. Okay, so that's going to be the first link in my description. Then the link below that is going to take you to my Streamlabs merch, where I have powerful sigil merch. The sigil that's already on there is a Hecate sigil, so definitely check that out. Then go to the link below that. It's going to be the third link down. That is going to be the Facebook community. So you click that link, it's going to take you to a page. A pinned post is going to say, click this to join the private group. You click that, I'm going to add you into the private group. On there, I'm going to be posting a little bit of extra content, so definitely check that out. And other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of the day or night wherever you are, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.